Hi crafters, it's Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this fabulous shaped card using our brand new Decorative Dies. It's an absolutely beautiful project and I really hope that you can join me in creating this fabulous card. So we're going to get started. All of the materials that I'm using are listed in the description below, so please do have a little look. I've also linked all of the products so that you can hop over and have a look at them on the website too. So to get started, we are going to be using a die cutting machine. So I've got my Gemini machine here and I've got my plates set up and good to go. I've also got some low tack tape because we're going to need to tape our dies in place. So we're going to start off by using the largest circle die from your decorative circle set. So that's this one here. I'm going to tape this down in place onto our cardstock. So I'm using our luxury pearl card in Amethyst for today's project. But of course you could be creating this card in many different colours as well. So for my Gemini machine, I'm using my base plate, my plastic shim, my die cut side up, and then my cutting plate on the top. Okay, and we're going to run that through our machine. Then I'm going to grab that at the other side. And we're going to take this and we're going to rotate it by 90 degrees like so, and then run that back through the machine. And then just grab that when it comes out the other side. Okay, we're then going to lift away the waste cardstock. I'm going to remove my tape and just push this out of the die. Like so. So that's our first circle, all die cut out. Just need to push through all of these little pieces here. Like so, just to get that nice and clean and get the little, all these little pieces just pushed through. So I'm going to do the same with the die. So you want to just, I've got a bin next to me actually, I'm going to just tap this on the bin just to help to get any of the little extra bits of paper and card out. I'm just going to work my way around, just pushing these through. It is important that with your detailed dies you do push the pieces of card out of there because it will affect the cut. You also don't want to allow them to become too compacted, as when that happens again it can affect the cut. So you just want to make sure that you're cleaning your dies out when you use them. Okay, so just going to work around, pushing all these little bits through. I personally find this really quite therapeutic. So, and then we're going to pop this into the bin, and we're going to take the die again and we're going to die cut out a second circle. So exactly the same again, I'm taping this in place on my card. I'm going to place my die in my sandwich. So I've got my base plate, my plastic shim, my die cut side up with the card on the top, and then my cutting plate on the top of there. And I'm going to run that through my machine. The thing with larger dies is you don't want to put too much pressure in your sandwich. So what then happens is it twists the paper within the die. Whereas if you use a sandwich that's got a slightly lighter pressure but run it through twice, you're going to get that perfect cut. So then we're just going to do the same again, rotate 90 degrees and run that through your die cutting machine. Like so, and then we'll just grab that at the other side. But I'm going to lift this all away, push this out of the die. There we go. Give my die a little clean out later. And then just any little bits that we've got left in the card, you can just use a little pokey tool just to push those through. There we go. Okay. So what we're then going to do is take one of these circles and I'm going to literally just fold it in half. So what I like to try and do is line up the little bit of lacy detail at the bottom and then just fold across. Just going to use the handle of my scissors just to put a nice crease in there. But you can see how that then creates the base of our card. We're then going to stick the other circle on the top and that's going to create our little standing card base. So to do that, I'm going to take a little bit of Floral all-purpose glue. Just twist this one's a little bit, there we go. Oh no, it's twisting the lid off. Just want to twist the nozzle up, there we go. Right, so we're going to stick this down. So a little bit of glue. Just under there. And then we're going to take this and stick it directly on top like so. Okay. So what we've then done is taken our basic circle die set, and this coordinates with the decorative circles, and we've die cut out a mirror card. So from the Amethyst mirror card, a circle that fits in the middle. Then die cut out two smaller circles as well. And what we're going to do is use some of the smaller decorative dies to build up our mats and layers. So first off, we're going to use, is it this one or the one that's slightly larger? Oops, let me just have a look. So the second one in the set, we're going to take next, and that's going to mat on top of here. So there are a few bits of card just left in the die here. Just tap those out. There we go. We're going to pop that down onto our cardstock. So this time I'm using the crystal white pearl card. And again, the exact same technique. So we're going to use our base plate, our plastic shim, our die cut side up with a card on the top, and then a cutting plate. And we're going to run that through. Going to lift that out, rotate by 90 degrees, and then run that through again. Then again, you've got this perfectly die cut circle. I'm going to just remove my bits of tape off the sides here. Going to push that out, and then we're also going to take, we're going to miss a one and take the next smallest one and die cut this one out as well. And that's then all of our little mats and layers out for this project. So again, just running that through your die cutting machine. I'm going to just push out the little bits in this one that we don't need. Just grab that, I don't want it flying off the table. Again, I'm going to rotate by 90 degrees and run through again. Okay, so that's our smaller circle, all die cut as well. I'm just going to push these little bits out. They are fully cut through, they just need poking out. There we go. I'm going to do the same with the smaller one, just release this from the die. And then push through. So it's here. There we go, just push these little ones out, push the little holes through. So, okay then, so we've got those beautifully die cut circles. So what we're going to do next is start to bling these up a little bit. I'm going to grab in a piece of scrap card, and I'm also going to grab my chisel tip glue pen. Which has made its way across the room there. And I'm going to use a little bit of Crystallina glitter as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is just press down on the tip of the pen, like so, just to get a little bit of glue flowing. You do need to do this every now and then just to get the glue right to the tip, and then we're just going to go around the edge of this lacy circle. And we're just going to drag the glue off the image. And then we're going to dunk that in. So into the glitter, and you can see how beautiful that little border is. That's the Crystallina. And then for my next die cut circles, I'm going to take the plain one, just going to drag around the edge. Like so, and then we're going to take this smaller one as well and do the same again. Just scribble over that lacy edge. And then dunk that straight into your glitter, like so. And then that's ready for our matting and layering. So we're going to start to build up our card. So we're going to start by taking our piece of mirror card that was die cut with a basic circle, and we're going to stick that down with a few foam pads. Again, foam pads on a roll. These are absolutely fabulous. Literally use these all the time. They are so, so good. Down onto your base card, and then next up we're going to stick the next one down with some foam pads. So this is the decorative circle, and this is gorgeous because it allows the light to shine through the mirror card, so it really shows the detail of the die, which looks fab. There we go, so that'll go onto there. Then I'm going to pop some foam pads onto this layer here, which is the plain printed one. This is from the Pastel Sorbet paper pad as well, which is fab. It's an A4 paper pad, but it's just plain colours that are printed, so it's brilliant for your mats and layers, and awesome for making your flowers onto as well, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So we're going to stick that one onto there, like so. We're then going to take the beautiful butterfly layer. I'm just going to check I've got my card the right way up. And we're going to stick that down onto there. I'm going to just stick this one down flat. This is from the Floral Dreams paper pad as well, which is beautiful. Okay, and then next up we're going to stick this little circle in the middle. And these just a couple of foam pads onto the back of there. It's then going to get stuck in the centre of the card. So you can see how we've built up those mats and layers. Okay, so now we need some beautiful flowers to embellish this project. So I'm going to take the Pastel Sorbet paper pad. This one has been used, but you can see you get 50 sheets, 10 double-sided colours. So you get 5 sheets of each in here. I've chosen this beautiful purple for this project. So we're going to take a piece of this and we're going to use the Country Flower stamp and die set. Now I have got some that I've already done, so I'm just going to show you the technique of how to ink it up and create the flower. So to start with, I'm going to take my Country Flower stamp. Okay, and I'm going to stick that onto my acrylic block. Then I'm going to take my anti-static bag and just give my paper a little dust over. And I'm going to take my Wow Clear embossing ink pad. We're going to ink up the stamp, like so, and then stamp it down onto the paper. Now you're going to need to do 3 large, 3 medium and 3 small. Okay, so you're going to stamp that down. You're then going to take your Wow Opaque Bright White Superfine embossing powder, sprinkle that over the top. Any excess powders going straight back in the jar. And then we're going to take our heat tool and heat this up. So you're just going to hold your heat gun still. As soon as your embossing powder starts to melt and change, you're just going to move your heat gun over the image. We're going to give that a couple of seconds to cool, and then we're going to use one of our fabulous new ink blending brushes, and we're going to use the Wilted Violet Distress ink pad, and this is the oxide, and we're going to start in the middle of the flower and just basically rub in circular motions, and that's going to start to create that gorgeous ombre effect in the middle of the flower. Okay, and that's it. That's all you're going to do. You're going to give your ink time to dry, and you can either cut this out with the dies that you get in the set, or if you prefer, you can just whiz round with your scissors. Just going to do my scissors today just for speed. So just going to trim this out like so. Okay, so you do 3 of the large, 3 of the medium and 3 of the small. I'm then going to take some of our gorgeous glitter. So this one that we're using is the Sparkelicious glitter in Lilac Frost, which is beautiful. It's a lovely purpley colour. And we're going to take our dry clear PVA glue, and we're just going to go in and just add little dots just into the middle of the flower, like so. Build this up. Okay, and then we're going to take our scrap card in again, sprinkle over our glitter, tap away the excess. Then you're going to leave that to dry. So you're going to pop that to one side. That's going to dry off, and then we're going to start and shape the petals of the flowers. So I've got one that's already made up here. So I'm going to take the small and the medium and build these up. So what you can do is take your tweezers, pop them down the middle of the petal and just kind of bend the petal around your tweezers like so. And that just gives them this little bit of like a curved and curled shape to the petal. Okay, so that's that one. Like so, just work your way around. Okay, and then you're going to stick the flowers together. So you're going to start with your base layer, plop a blob of glue in the middle, and then place that down into the centre. And then we're going to pull the petals up towards like this. Blob of glue in the middle. And we're going to just plop that down in the centre. Like so. I'm going to do the same with the smaller ones. I feel like I'm not directly above. I haven't got that quite central there. Let me just lean in. There we go, that's a little bit better. So we're going to do the same with the smaller ones. Just gently curl these around your tweezers. So you're literally just placing your tweezers down the centre and just curling round with your finger and thumb. Dead easy. There we go, and then we're going to just layer this down. Like so, stick this all together. There we go. Just give that a little second. Just to all grab. Okay, and then we're going to take a little sequin. So these are from our floral sequins. I'm going to grab a couple of these. These are the lilac ones that I'm using. I'm going to pop a little blob of glue on the back. Just drop these down into the middle of the flowers. And then I'm going to take a little Bling stone. So I'm going to take the purple one from, this is the Spring Collection Bling box. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to pop a blob of glue in the middle of each of the flowers. And then just drop that little jewel down into the centre. Like so. Okay, then I'm going to bring our base card back in. So I've got a happy birthday. This is the Filigree Happy Birthday, which is from the Beautiful Butterflies collection. I'm going to pop that down just in the middle of my card. So again, I'll just use a couple of foam pads just on the back to position this down. And there we go. And then we're going to take our pin flare glue gel. Just start to position the flowers. So we're going to pop the big one at the top here. So, and then we're going to pop the smaller ones near to the bottom. that. Then taking some foliage from the Summer Foliage stamp and die set. It's been stamped and embossed onto heat resistant acetate using metallic silver superfine embossing powder. And then we're going to just pop a bit of glue on the back. Like so. And then we're just going to go in and just add a couple of little dots of glue, like so. And I'm going to take my Spring Collection Bling box again. Take some of those beautiful purple jewels. Just move that inky brush out of the way there. There's a 3 just onto here. There you go. And that would then be your finished card. So I really hope that you have enjoyed creating this project with me today. All of the materials that I've been using are linked in the description below, and you can shop all of the products online at www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. Thank you for joining me. Bye.